Hi, thanks for coming back to my little crafty secret. Today, I am going to share with you what I made last year in 2025. It was actually a few days before last year ended, but I'm going to share with you what I made and how I did that last year on my no spend challenge and kind of my goals that I had overall and a couple other things I want to share with you. So, as I kind of walk through this, I'll put in like the goal information, but I'll try to get through this quickly. And then next, well, it's already next year. It's next year's right now. But probably in a few days, I'll repost, I'll actually not repost, but post another video kind of telling you what I would like to do this year for my crafty goals. And I think that's probably about it. Oh, and I will have another no spend challenge, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently than I did this last year. Okay, so part of my goals last year was to get through what was it that stack of card bases or card panels that I created, and I didn't get through it. I do have some still left. I don't know, it's not very much. And I kept adding to it. So this wasn't part of the original card base. These weren't part of it. Just kind of made these. Here's some original ones. This was scrap paper. These were not part of it. No, actually these were. This one was. Yeah, these were. And yep, those were. And I think those were. Oh no, these weren't right here. These were not part of it. And yeah, that's it. So I did like now I can grab it comfortably in my hand. Before I couldn't. It was just like, I forgot how big it was. I have to go back to my original video. But it was, I don't know, at least 18 inches or something stacked. So now it's like this. So I'm really happy that I did this. I think I can whip through this pretty quickly. I just gotta take the time to do it. And for this year, I am gonna see if I can just get through these. And since I'm here, because I added these late in the year, I'm going to get through these too. And I'm going to get through these. Still very comfortable for me to grab. And then I have, the rest are just like packets of A2 size card panels that I got like in kits. So those are just, I'm not going to count those as paper that I need to, or bases or panels actually that I need to use up. So there's that. Put that back. So I'm really happy how that turned out. Really, really happy. And then there's some other like kind of offshoots that I made with my daughter earlier last year, and other things too that I just kind of been hanging on that I want to start using. We also have these are like die cuts for not Christmas, but gift card holders. And I'll show you some here, but yeah, you just put this onto the card and you slip in the gift card in there. So I want to get through these. And there's a lot of odds and ends that I have that I want to get through now that I got that big CD tower. It was on a CD tower, all that paper. And the CD tower is about 24 inches tall, maybe 30 inches tall. And yeah, I just don't want to have that CD tower there anymore. I just want to get it out of my life. Okay. So I had this bunting. I used to be really into bunting. And I had some Halloween bunting, which I wasn't really using anymore. I just don't celebrate Halloween. And so I had this was originally, before I cut it down, it was 6 by 6, and it was one of these. It was like it kind of looked like this. If I can hold it up to you, hold it up for you, and that's what it was. So, and then I also had a triangle bunting, the same size, 6 by 6. Some were a little bit longer, but about the same size. And these were all cut out of Halloween scrapbook paper, so the 12 by 12. So I kept these only because my son likes Batman. When I saw this, I'm like, oh, this is kind of cute. I'm going to save this for maybe a Christmas, not a Christmas card, but a birthday card. When I make birthday cards for him. So I'm going to put this in that stash. I have a superhero theme section just for my son that I use regularly. So this will actually get used. It's not like I'll just put it there just in case, but this will get used. So anyway, the other scrapbook pages that I cut up for the bunting are kind of here. And my first thought was to kind of put them together, or similar sizes, to make squares, so I can like not stitch, but put the squares together, tape them together, and then make card panels. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to throw this away. Goodbye. I'm not doing that. I wasn't really happy with keeping this for this long, but I didn't want to just throw it out. And I do have a lot of other Halloween card things that I need to kind of clear out of my stash, and I've been slowly doing it. This is part of the Halloween stuff that I didn't want anymore. So with that said, even though it is Halloween themed, I was still able to not make it Halloween-ish at all. So I did make some cards. I'll just show you a few. I won't go through all of them, but they're all about the same, Yeah, so I was able to get full-size panels with the bunting that was like this. The other bunting that I had with the triangle ones, this is how they kind of came out. You see 3 parts, right? So, and these were the scraps. I tried to use the scraps, right? This is kind of cute. I like the way this looks. I know it's Halloween, but yeah. So yeah, hi. That's cute. Anyway, those are it. I don't know how many I made, but there's obviously a lot. Can you count how many I made? Yeah, maybe you can tell me. So there's that. And then there's Christmas cards. So I made the Christmas cards. I'll talk about those in a second. Okay. So these are tags. That's not a Christmas card. This came from scrap paper that I had from all the projects I made for the craft fair that I was in. Two videos ago, I mentioned that I was in a craft fair, so this is where it came from. And actually, here are the unfinished projects of that craft fair, from the craft fair. So yeah, I was able to use it, thankfully. This was an old tag that I had, and if you were with me for a while, I had made these tags. It wasn't with this, but I just kind of made the bases. And recently I put this sticker on with the sentiment. But I made the bases, and I made, I don't know, like 200 of them, a crazy amount. And so this year for Christmas, I used nothing but of these tags, and that was it. I gave some away throughout the years. So I've had a lot left. I probably wrapped like 60 presents or something. Anybody, I just told people, I will wrap your present if you let me. Because I was trying to get through the Christmas paper that my mom had. She has a whole bunch, but they're yellowing and they're getting frail, and it's they can still be used if you're careful. So my mom's just like, they're old. They're very, very old. So I was trying to get through that for her. leaving the nicer ones and the newer ones still not really used, but just trying to really get through the ones that have been there for a while. I remember some of these papers back when I was a kid, you know, 30 years ago. So 35 years ago. So that's how, oops, this is old stuff. Old stuff. Yeah. So anyway, these are tags I made, like I said. I used these tags, and I actually collected the tags after every tag you see here I used. I collected the tag before they were tossed out, because that was the hoarder in me, and I had no intention to actually use them for cards. I just wanted to collect them so I can reuse them again. And that's just me. I don't know what I was thinking. I know what I was thinking, but what was I thinking? And so I was just kind of trying to get through. You know, this is scrap paper. These were all okay. Let me go back up. This is scrap paper from the craft fair that I was taking part in. So I was doing that. That's why I got the idea to use the tags. This came from another project that I had. I was probably in a 360 Christmas 360 group that I was in, and then also like this Smash Your Stash. I was in it for like 2 years, and I think that's what I know that's where it came from. Was one of those two. If you go back on my channel, you'll see the videos that I posted. So these were going to be bookmarkers, but I never made them. So what I had a whole stack of them, you know. So what I did was I put them together. They were 2 inches, which is great, by like 6. So I cut the little pieces off, or maybe it was 5.5 or something, or I don't know, maybe it was 6. And I just cut it down to, you know, a A2 size card base. So that's what I did. Actually, 4. It's not A2 size technically. It's 4 by 5.25. So I cut the ones I was going to make a card base or a card panel out of, and I kept these with the intention of actually making double-sided bookmarks. So yeah, what I plan to do is there's a lot here, but I'll probably get like 10 bookmarks out of these. So that's what the intention is, and I plan to do that because I do have other laminating project that I have to get done. All right, and this was an old one. I think this is a 3-year-old. Yeah, I think it was probably 3 years old now. But tag that I have, and I was going to use it, but I ran out of card bases. So, and I think I have like maybe 2 or 3 more of these that I used. I already stashed them away, and I need to put these away so I can use them for other Christmas card projects I have. I don't have very many. I probably can use them for these. I don't know. I think I have a few. Oh yeah, and then I know I have. I'm probably gonna use it up. But yeah, there's some card panels that I haven't finished yet that I want to get through, and this was at least 3 years old, so I will be using these very soon. And here, yeah, let me go back to these cards. Okay, so you know, like this was part of my card panels that I wanted to get through, so I was able to get through that. Talked about those. All right, let's talk about. Oh, here they are. Why are these upside down? Yeah, so here's some more. I don't know why these are upside down. But yeah, this is. I don't know. I thought this was cute, and then I made a few. I'm like, no, I don't like it, but I'm gonna keep it like that because it's gonna get crushed. But I don't know. I'll just keep it like that. It's fine. Maybe someone can figure that out. Maybe they don't need the actual. When someone gives this to somebody else, maybe they won't use the actual envelope for this. So yeah, these are really cute. I like them on the red card bases. This is super cute. I know this has like red and pink, and this is like a copper color and a red card base. I think it kind of clashes, but it looks nice. I don't know. This is nice too. I like this. I thought this looks pretty. I don't know. You can tell me if you liked it or not. It feels like it's a little extra. I really like this red card base. I think it looks really nice. Okay, so these are the unfinished projects that I had. These are the Christmas card, or the gift card holders. So you just slip it in there. And that's it. What is it? Okay, all right. There you go. So I never finished these because I didn't have a sentiment. I put this to the side because I wanted to have a sentiment. So now I just have to get a sentiment on these, and there's 8 of them. I think that'd be great. This one is done. Yeah, I'll call this one done. I just didn't put it with anything else. So I'm going to keep these as my own, and we'll give these away. All right. Okay, so this, again, like I said, mentioned like 3 years ago, I made a bunch of these. I don't like this. I don't like this paper. And I liked it when I bought it for like, when I was over at the store. But when I got home, I'm like, I really can't use this paper. I can't use it. And then guess what I did? I bought 100 more sheets of the same type of paper. But I bought that with a purpose because I thought this would look really nice. And then when my mom said it looked like a gold blob, and then somebody commented, "Yeah, it looks like a gold blob." Now I'm like regretting. It's a regret, but I had to figure a way out to make this stand out. Maybe I can distress it somehow. I don't know. But then I don't know. Okay. Even though that didn't come out, even though it was a fail, I do want to tell you this. These right here, I think I showed these to you. I'm sorry if I didn't. I don't remember now. I just had these in my hand. I think I did. But these right here, it's that paper. So I think this is nice. I think this is nice for card bases. And I think I'll keep these for Christmas. So add a touch of gold. I think that was nice. And that was a nice surprise when I cut these up. I'm like, oh, this is kind of nice. I like it. I like it. And so, all right. Okay, here are the unfinished projects. Oh, my goal was to stamp another one, cut it out, but I never did. I just didn't have time. And here's some more. These actually don't have the inserts. So these are just regular cards. Christmas cards. Kind of nice for Christmas cards. Oh, sorry, I'm going to put a sentiment on this one. Oh, looks like I got some more here. More of the same thing. So, got to put sentiments on these. And then these are just panels that I have to put on, get sentiments. These are stickers. I bought stickers. I don't know what it is. Like, why do I buy stickers? And every time I buy stickers, I never like the way the card looks if I use them as a sticker. I mean, that's cute, but I don't know why I do that. I always think, oh, it's going to look great. I never like the way it looks. Of course, these are like mass production type things that I don't normally make cards like this. Just use a sticker. This is really pretty. I got this off the Cricut. It was one of the images that they had. So, and yeah, okay. Anyway, I need to finish these. And I think with the tags that I have, I'm pretty sure I can use, no, I can't if I have the images. Maybe for those other ones that don't have images on them, I can use my tags and use those that I kept. Like I said, I don't have very much. Plus I had those wherever they are now. Here they are. All right. That is it. Oh, that's not it. Here's a bonus. A little bit ago, my voice is going. A little bit ago, I had brought these out. I thought I was done with these. Pretty sure I mentioned that in my last video. Not the very last video, but the last time I brought this out on a video. And I thought thought I got through them. I didn't. I found them in a bag, in a card kit, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many more. So I don't know how many. I had like 6 inches tall of these things. That one year I made them. I was gonna make a lot of harvest cards, fall cards. I never did. So I'm just trying to slowly get through it. I don't have very much left, so I'm happy about that. I have these circles, really good for fall, autumn cards. So that's I'm glad this kind of worked out. But it's been here. This decreased by half because I used them up here. It's been out there since earlier this year, earlier this year, last year, but like in September or something like that. So I'm glad I was able to use it. Oh, actually, maybe it was August. Anyway, that's it. There's no spend challenge update. I spent way more than $0. Way more. I did buy a couple bundles. I think from Spellbinders and Scrapbook.com. I am very proud of myself, though, that I did not spend a dime during the Snaptember for Simon Says Stamp. That is my weakness. But I'm glad I didn't, and my pocketbook was very happy because of that. And I did spend, which is okay with me, but I did spend money on cardstock. The white, I allowed myself to do white, craft, black, and that's it. And I didn't spend, I went to Michael's this year, and I saw a bunch of cute Christmas papers I was about to buy. And I put them in the cart, and I took them right out before I left the area. So I'm really glad I didn't do that. I'm really, really glad. I would have been pretty sad. And then what else did I do that I was kind of happy about? I think that was it. I think what really helped me was that I wasn't visiting the websites like I was. I wasn't tuning into the live streams or watching the videos like I was. I really didn't watch a lot of craft videos last year. Only when I needed ideas because I needed to do something. I think that really helped out a lot. I know that really helped out a lot. I decided to do that because I wanted to rein in on how much stuff I was collecting and not using, and then putting that money to better use and not just sitting in my craft room here. And it did go to better use. So anyway, I'm really proud that I was able to have self-control in that sense. You know, the years prior, I hadn't had much self-control. I was just buying, because I was able to. This was my hobby. This was my thing. And then I just, you get to a point where it's like, I have too much stuff. And it's sitting here. And what am I doing? I'm not being a good steward of my money. So, yeah. There it is. So this year, again, I'm going to do the no spend challenge. Still allow myself to buy the glue, which I need to buy more glue. And the cardstock, colored cardstock. I know I did buy green and red, but find out that I really like those papers. So anyway, I'll still allow myself to buy that kind of bulk cardstock for those specific reasons. Let's not buy all the rainbow colors just in case I need it, because that's something I would do. Yeah, and then the white and the black and the craft is fine. And other things that I need, that I will, consumables that I kind of use throughout the year as I make projects and stuff. But this time, if I do spend money, I'm gonna have to wait on it. Like the day that I see it, I have to wait the next day, and hopefully by that time, or maybe 2 days. I don't know how long I'm gonna wait, but I'm gonna wait so that I'm not just doing things out of impulse. That actually helped me too. And ask myself, is this something that I don't already have? And then also, if it is something that if I don't have already, is this something that God would want me to spend my money on? And if the answer is no, especially to the last question, then I'm not going to buy it. So anyway, that's my thing for this. That's what happened. A recap of this past year, 2025. A little bit of next year's goals. I do have a little bit more, which I will share in a different video. But I hope you like this content. I hope this was inspiring to you. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe, share the video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.